All right guys, it's that time of year. What's in my camera bag for 2026? Gear changes over the years, new gear coming out, you get new gadgets and everything that help you create better. There's been some upgrades, there's been some things stay the same. Some gear is still useful, it still gives great quality, so why change it? Why upgrade? Other gear, it upgrades over time and it's good to change things out. So what's in my camera bag for 2026? The Peter McKinnon Nomadic 25-liter camera backpack. Now I've had this for a couple years and I've just enjoyed using it. It's comfortable, easy to pack, weather resistant. Out here is the Joby GorillaPod 5K. Tripods are one of those things that you don't want to have to carry around with you, but you need them sometimes. So I'll throw in this Joby GorillaPod. It's got flexible feet for mounting. You can hook this on anything pretty much, wrap it around if you need to. These go in all sorts of different directions. Super handy to mount to different things. And it's probably one of the most popular tripods for creators over the years just because of its versatility. A ball head up here, it supports full frame mirrorless cameras. Nothing fancy about that, just a useful piece of gear. It stays right in here in the side of the backpack. And then I've got some paracord here just to secure it onto the side so it doesn't flop around if I'm moving a whole bunch, hiking up a trail or something, and I don't want that to pop out. Now the zippers on this bag are pretty cool. They're sealed up here. They've got this little flap on them, so I can't even get in there, but they help keep water out of this. So if you're in rain and anything, if you just happen to be out on a rainy day, this is going to keep your gear dry in the 25-liter backpack. These flaps on the sides are magnetic. When you're not using them for water bottles or tripods, you can just flip them back closed and it gives it a nice smooth, sleek side design. The material on this bag is actually pretty durable. You can see I've got some dirt on it from setting it down and everything outside. Mounting slots here if you want to loop anything onto the exterior of the bag. The pads on this are comfortable. If you do weigh this down with a ton of lenses, a laptop and everything in here, you're not going to want to be carrying this backpack for very long. I mean, that's just a lot of weight to carry around. It is pretty comfortable. The pads are nice and thick and cushy. You also get pads here on the back of the backpack that keep it sort of off your back, so you get some breathability on the back of the backpack here. There's also this pass-through here for if you're going on trips and everything, you need that backpack slipped onto your luggage. You have that option right there. Down here, I always like to keep a Peak Design capture clip on my bag straps. This way, if I have my camera out and I need my hands free, I can just clip it on here really fast, really easily, and do something with my hands. If I need to have hands free, put my camera down, that is right there, always ready to go. So right over here in the back, you have a laptop compartment. And here I have the M1 MacBook Pro. For all my editing, all my work, this is a solid unit for that. And that lives right up here in the laptop slot. You can fit some pretty large laptops in this bag. This is just a 14-inch. You have plenty of space in there for laptops or notebooks or iPads. All right, next compartment up here in the top. This is where I keep my main camera. My main go-to gear right here is the Rode Video Micro, and we've got the Canon EOS R that can easily be set up and we're ready to shoot. Now I mainly shoot on the Canon EOS R, and you may be wondering, like, why are you still using the EOS R? I mean, that's super outdated. 2018, 2017, come on. What are you doing with that camera anymore? Well, this camera still shoots good videos, it still shoots great photos, and that 30.3 megapixel sensor is actually larger than some of the newer cameras that you get today. The video side may be a little disappointing for you. You do get 1080 full frame, and you get a cropped 4K. Now eventually I want to upgrade so I don't get that 4K crop. And normally on this camera, I've always got the 15 to 35 millimeter RF lens. I've got this lens on this camera set up and ready to go. This shoots the majority of my footage. That is my everyday use camera and lens setup. And if I'm out and it's bright, I've got my ND filters right up here in the top pouch. And that is the Polar Pro Peter McKinnon edition Helix Maglock mounting ND filter. Here on all of my lenses, I've got these Helix Maglocks. Really fast to install these filters, switch them in and out. If you're going inside and outside and you're switching these filters out, I would highly recommend the Helix Maglock Pro ND filter system. Super fast, super easy to use. I also have the DJI Mic 2. So if I'm out on the go, setting up my camera or need to be farther away from the camera, I've got the DJI Mic 2 mics ready to go. The windscreens for the DJI Mic 2. Spare SD cards if I need to swap that out and keep shooting right there. All accessible up here in the top. This top pouch up here is super accessible, so I keep my main camera gear right here ready to go. Let's get down into this bag. So with this 25L bag, you get 2 pouches up here. You get a nice open spot here for anything you want to put into here. And you also get a nice flap up here for access up into that top compartment. This is where I've got my main camera and everything. So that is easily accessible with this flap. I went and got the 2 cubes with this backpack so I can change these out. I can swap them around. I could have this space open if I needed to and just use the top for my camera gear. If you got different cubes, you can load them with different parts of your photography. Like this is my drone cube, and here we've got the DJI Mini 5 Pro with the RC2 controller. No more messing with those phone clamps, and you've got a nice screen here on the front to be able to see anything you're filming without having to connect your phone and tie your phone up with the drone. This is the Mini 5 Pro. It has 360 obstacle avoidance, has LiDAR sensor. It is a 250 gram drone, so it's right at that weight limit. Now I keep 1 battery in the drone, and then I've got the rest of the batteries up here in the top. So we've got 3 batteries with this kit. Right here in this little slot, I've got the ND filters for the drone right there. And that makes up my drone cube in that spot right there. Down here, we've got the Nomadic battery wallet case, 3 batteries in here. And this keeps me organized in using up batteries. If I'm using a battery, I've got it in the camera. When I'm done with the battery, I'll just slip it back in here backwards. And I've got stickers on the bottom to show that that battery is used up. I've also seen other people, they'll put them this way when they're good, and when they've used them, they'll switch them around so the back is facing out and they need to be charged again. I found that just putting them upside down with the sticker up, that just lets me know that those batteries are needing to be recharged. The 70 to 200 f2.8 lens, I'll mainly stick to the 15 to 35, but when I need to get closer, need to do some more photography stuff, I've got the 70 to 200 for that. This is a very versatile lens. It is a very popular lens, and that stays right down here in the box. Over here we have a small Anker battery bank, and then next to that, the DJI Action 5 Pro. And then below that, we have this mount here, and I'll use that mount here when I'm out and need some behind the scenes shots. I'll have this on the backpack strap like this. This gets great POV shots with the action camera right there. All right, moving up here to the back. In here, I've got various charging bricks and cables in this bag. USB-C, USB to USB-C, wall plugs. Next to that, we have spare drone propellers and other drone accessories in this bag. Then I have the end caps for Canon RF lenses. Moving up here to the top, we have 2 lavalier mics. Get some better audio, crispy audio with that. Right now, I've just got 1 DJI mic hooked up, but if I need to, I can use lav mics, and that will help get more isolated sound to subjects when I'm filming. Then next to that, we have SD drives for all my footage. It gets organized onto these SD drives. So that is all up here in the top of the 25-liter bag, and it all fits nicely up there. So that is everything in my camera bag for 2026. If you're interested in this bag, I'll leave a link down below. This has been my go-to bag for the last couple years, and I don't intend on switching. It's been really comfortable. If it's everything I need, it is weather resistant, which is a huge plus, and very durable. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe, follow along, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.